China heat for the American Hobo. Take one. Well guys, it's almost 7 o'clock. It's up to 17 degrees in here. It's -2 now, and it's windy and it's cold. Instantly freeze your face off. Cold. We're at 20 degrees in the garage. Alright everybody, get the China. So I ordered the China diesel heater, and I got it a couple days ago in the mail. I didn't open it the first couple days, and I'm not to a point in the camper where I can install it, but I was thinking I better open it and make sure everything's there, or at least test it in case I have to return it. So let's see what we got. Holy cow, that fuel tank is a lot bigger than I thought. That thing seems huge. I just pictured it being a lot smaller in the videos. Chinese writing on the cap, that's pretty cool. So there's supposed to be hardware in here. We'll put that back in there for now. It's got a gasket on the inside, that's nice. Here's where you're supposed to tap the fuel. Kind of goes a little bit lower, so you probably get all the fuel. Cool. Well, that's a lot bigger than I thought. Alright, so it looks like we got the muffler. That's cool. Got the steel plate. Looks like galvanized metal. That surprises me. The instruction booklet. Oh wow, English, yeah. Ooh, even colored pictures, nice. Very nice, okay. This was stuck into the box. I believe this goes in the lid, or Tice told me it's for a steel gas can. So I'm not too sure about that. But let's see if there's a way to install this. Alright, this must be all the parts because it's really lightweight. Like the ducting and cool. So you get a whole bunch of hose clamps, air filter, one black hose. Cool. Seems like it's all there. See, I was really worried I'd be missing a part or something and have to return this thing. I'm glad you get 2 pieces of tube, which I heard they stretch out, so that's interesting. Very nice, very nice. It's like metal too, that's cool. Looks like your wiring harness. I mean, for $100, this doesn't seem like that bad of quality. This I would think would be a little longer, but I guess not. I'll wait to bend that until I know how I need it. Oh, well, maybe I'll just bend it a little bit. Just want to see what it's like. Cool. You get these turny vents. That's great. You get 2 of them. I'm surprised you get 2 of this stuff. I thought you really only got 1. Well, this must be the air inlet tube. Fuel pipe, hose clamp, hose clamp T. Get this box out of here. So I think I'm going to put a link to this unit I got. My buddy Tice, and I'll put a link to his video of his heater install. But we bought the same one just because he got all the parts for his and it was fine. I decided to order from the same seller. I'm going to put a link in the description if you want to order the same unit, especially if nothing's missing here. Like, you get a remote, on, off, up, down. They have a different remote you can buy for 20 bucks where this remote has a LCD screen, and I kind of really want to get that, but I'll use this for now. It's fine. See how I use the heater before I end up purchasing upgrades for it. Yeah, I think that looks really nice. I really like that. For $100, you just can't beat it. Here's the heaviest piece of the whole kit. It's cast aluminum. You can take this cover off. And this seems really simple to install. You get all these connections. I don't know, I'm honestly pretty excited. Wow, that cast looks really rough. See that? Let's see if you can see that. I'll never be able to see the camera. Looks like you get a rubber pad here. I wonder if that's supposed to stay on. Probably, I imagine it's probably to seal the air out from the outside. Oh crap, I thought this foam felt heavy and my fuel pump's stuck in there. Very cool. That's a heavy little guy. It's supposed to be like a solenoid in there instead of like a motor, but see, there's no arrow. Oh, there is an arrow. But which way is that? Oh, it probably means that it flows that way. Cool. Tyson installed this wrong at first in his... Well, I don't think he put that in the video, but I know I was on the phone with him during the install and he said he put this in wrong. LOL. And so when I left off on my camper build, it was cold in the videos. So I want to get this diesel heater put together. It's one of the $100 units on eBay. Me and Tice got one. I might have said that earlier, but everything was in his, box for $100, and he installed it in his van, and he says it's awesome. I kind of talked him into getting it, but he did his own research, and I've always wanted one of these. I kind of knew it was the heat I was going to put in the camper, so I just want to check this thing out. I want to make sure the fan's not going to rub. It sounds like my fan spins nice. So, really excited for this bad boy. Everything seems to be here. I'm going to get it hooked up. Like, I wish I could install it in the camper right away. But honestly, the camper, it's empty on the inside. So in my next few videos, you will see how the camper's looking. But for now, I'm going to put this heater together, and I don't really know where to start. Might read the directions a little bit. I've watched so many videos though that I really don't think I need to look at the directions just yet. So I just kind of want to put it together to test it. So I'm not sure where to really start. Guess we'll open up this bag here. Okay, so I think I'm going to take everything out and put the stuff I'm not going to use right away back in the bags. So zip ties, I won't use those right away. It's very nice. This kit came with everything supplied. This was the $120 kit. I think people were buying like the $80 kits, and it doesn't come with all the hose clamps and stuff. So it's definitely nice to get the $100, the $123 I think it was heater. So I know they said you gotta cut this into 6 equal pieces, and that connects the fuel lines and stuff. But to test it, honestly, I don't. I just know I gotta probably hook up the exhaust. Okay, I just want to see if both sides of the exhaust fit on. So looks like it doesn't matter which way you put it on. I think I'll put this longer end on. But it's getting cold anyway, so I need to get the part of the camper built where I'm going to install this. So, because I want to be able to work on the camper through the winter with the diesel heater keeping me warm in there while I build the interior. So, we're going to try to put this thing together. And I'm just going to put all the parts together. Like this is a rubber thing for the, because this fuel thing, tick, tick, tick. Seems like a lot of people are annoyed by it in their videos, by the ticking of the pump. But there's a few tricks, like hanging it from zip ties, and it takes away the sound. Oh boy. Alright, that's not easy to get on, but I guess in a nice fit. So I got both cameras running. This camera's about dead, so I might just switch over to the GoPro. We'll see. Yeah, this kind of extends. So you're going to want to extend it, pull it apart. I don't know how much you can pull it apart. Looks like about that much. So not very much. It'd be nice to get more of that big duct, so in case I want to route this other places. But there are a lot of good reviews on this heater, and I am really excited to have one. Even though I'd love to have a wood stove in the camper, which I think I might put a area for wood stove in case there's like an emergency. Say like you gotta get out in the country. Well, I want my camper all off grid, so I can kind of go out in the country if I have to and live off animals and stuff. It's just kind of the plan being set up with the, pretty sure this air filter gets a hose clamp. So the nice thing about this $123 kit is it seems that it's come with everything, all the hose clamps. I'm pretty sure the $80 kit, you gotta go out and buy the hardware to hook it up. But so far it seems like this has everything, so that's really nice. I'm really excited. It's so easy. You got a wiring harness, you got your fuel pump, you got your hoses, go out, you can suck air in and then out with the ducts, or split off with a T and have 2 ducts. They give you 2 of these. So I mean, just totally awesome. This is going right in the camper. I just can't believe what a bargain it is for $100. I know there's a ton of YouTube videos on this, but so since this needs to go in the camper, but I just want to test it. I'm not using the fuel line just yet. I'm gonna wait till I'm actually putting it in the camper to use a lot of this stuff. Right now I just want to temporarily test it. So the fuel pump, I found this this is to like an air bubbler for a minnow bucket, and I'm going to use this so I don't have to cut up my long fuel line in case I want to use the whole fuel line, which I probably won't. I'll probably try to keep it short to go easier on the pump. But with this I can at least test out this unit and see if it works. You know, I just want to know, because I want to be able to return it to eBay if it's a dud or something. You know, I mean, everybody seems to have good luck with them, but you just never know. But tonight I got a battery charging, so we're gonna try to hook it up. You know, maybe I'll try to pair the little remote that came with it, because I think that's cool. I think in the wintertime when I'm working out or when I wake up in the morning and say I want to work on the camper and it's cold out there, I want to be able to turn on the heater with this remote that they give you in the kit I ordered. So make sure you order one. Plus I have affiliate links on eBay. If you guys order anything from my link, I make a little bit of money, which is nice, but never very much money. Always like, you know, just pennies. So if you want to order from this link, say this heater works great and all, and you want the LCD controller and that remote, go ahead and order from the link. So I'm going to hook up this temporary fuel line, and then I'm going to hook up the power, and everything else that I'm not going to use right now I'm going to put back in the box so I don't lose it. I'm going to get this stuff hooked up. I'll get back with you. I want to get this this is my temporary line for the fuel pump. I'm just going to stick it on, stick the fuel pump on. Not going to put the filter in. You know, make sure my diesel fuel doesn't look contaminated. So I guess I gotta make sure this is the right way. So this has a little arrow. It says I'm guessing it makes the fluid go that way, so I'm doing the arrow towards the heater. This looks like it goes to this. Okay, that just snaps on. So now all I need is power and fuel. I'm going to hook up the 12 volt power tonight, test the fan. Let's do this. Alright guys, so I got it all set up by the door to blow out the exhaust smoke. I didn't have diesel fuel at first, but I decided to get some. I got a baby food jar. And the nice thing about a diesel heater is that you can get diesel 24/7. I remember with my old camper, it was kind of a pain in the butt to get propane, to get your propane filled up. Not every gas station had it. But so I got my temporary line. It's gonna have it's gonna suck out of that baby food jar. I'm gonna start this baby up. I got power running to it. You can see the exhaust. I got it on top of 2 5-gallon buckets. So let's do this. So it says the glow plug's getting hot. Maybe I should have primed it first. Okay, so it just finally shut off. We didn't get any fuel in the pump, so I think it's the 2 bottom buttons. H. So, okay, so here's the pump priming now. So when you first get one of these, you want to pre-prime the pump. But yeah, I just ran temporary fuel line. Okay, seems like it's shut off. So now I'm going to power it on, see if we get ignition. Fan starts spinning, you see the glow plug light turn on. See the exhaust ports lighten up. Well, the startup process can take a while, they say. Right as soon as I turn the camera off, I seen smoke coming out of the exhaust. So the glow plug must be... Oh man, I can hear it. Do you hear that? Wow. Yeah, you can hear that it's lit. I'm surprised the fuel pump hasn't kicked on. Now the fuel pump kicked on. Fuel pump's on. I can hear it lighting up again. Looks like the glow plug is still red. So there's all these air bubbles in here. Boy, my temporary fuel line's working good. That makes me happy. So I'm guessing it's only getting a spurt of gas in between the air bubbles, but that glow plug stays on for a while. We had a little bit of smoke, but it must not be enough fuel. Unless it is burning, because you can hear it. It sounds like a jet engine. Getting hotter. Getting a lot hotter. Hopefully that exhaust is... Oh yeah, that's getting really hot now. I'd go get my thermometer thing, but you can see that in everybody else's video. So hopefully the exhaust is blowing outside. I don't really smell it in here. Oh, it's just getting hotter. I don't even hear the fuel pump. I can feel it. I can barely hear it though. I barely even hear that. Oh my god, look at that big spider. He wants some heat. It's cold out here. We'll let him live. He probably kills insects. Let's see how we're doing on diesel fuel. Okay, so it's kind of drank a lot of fuel already. I might have to refill that quick. I feel like it's gonna burn something. It's so freaking hot you can't even put your hand there. Ouch. Yeah, you can't even put your hand there. It burns. Holy cow. Once it's super hot with the fan blowing fast, but when you turn the fan down, it just gets super, super hot. This is how I'd like to run it most of the time. But when you're about done with it, ready to turn it off, you gotta turn it back up and burn it hot for a while to keep the soot from building up in there. It's burning funny. That's pretty hot. I'm gonna turn it off because it's running out of fuel. Let it do its cool down cycle. So you hear it spin back up. But yeah, you could hear it start to sputter out the exhaust because we ran out of fuel. So it sucked that baby jar down pretty quick, but they say the startup... Oh, now we actually got some smoke. It's blowing right in the garage too. But I hope I can entertain you guys a little bit. It's gonna be pretty awesome when you see this. It's gonna be pretty awesome when you see this thing going into the camper. And getting this new heater really makes me wanna get working on the camper again. Another thing that held me up is I bought a new metal detector and I wanted to take the time to learn it, and I just got super addicted to hunting, or looking for treasure. Even though I don't have any good spots to use my metal detector, I still just want to go hunting all the time. Well guys, this heater works so good. I mean, for $100, she started right up, blew out heat, everything works fine, the fan's not making noise. This $123 one I bought, that's all black, it's a good one. So I'm definitely going to leave the link to the seller. Everything was packed very nicely. I'm very, very, very happy with this heater. It is just too cool. It's too cool. Well, thanks for watching, and please subscribe. I'll get those videos out to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye now. Alright guys, so we're going to start with a temperature of about 5 degrees. It was 2 degrees earlier in here. We're up to 5. I'm going to plug in my diesel heater and I'm going to let it run on this amount of fuel, which is probably about half a gallon. And we'll see how much it raises the temperature. And I'm kind of reconditioning this battery. I bought this battery for a house battery for the van, and it's not any good anymore. It's from 2015, but I'm cooking it. I watched a video about you hit the battery at 200 amps for 15 minutes, let it boil, and then shut it down for an hour, then hit it again with 200 amps, which I only got 50 amps. But you do that 5 times. It's supposed to bring your battery back to life. But I'm going to let you know how much we can raise the temperature in the garage tonight. Alright guys, the time is 4:26. The temperature on this little clock just says low because it's so cold in here. Usually it reads the temperature. That's the first time I've seen it say low. I just hooked up the battery. I just hit the power on. We got the glow plug lit up. This is a timer. That's kind of nice. Also, it's negative 14 Celsius. The lowest temperature the heater goes to is 8 degrees Celsius. And there's your battery voltage, which is very nice. Seems like a really accurate gauge there. But you start hearing this thing kick on, and it doesn't really ever smoke or anything. So just got the van started for the first time since this polar vortex. It's been like negative 30. I've been trying to fight the cold when I don't have the baby to work on the camper. But you guys, I wasn't going to show you the camper till the video comes out, so can you tell it's cold? Fuel pump just kicked on. We're going to let this thing run till the fuel's gone, and then I'll show you what time it is and what temperature we got. Alright. Well, we're only a minute in. The fan just kicked up to high speed. Starting to feel some heat. Glow plug turned off. But the amazing thing is, with all these gaps in my doors, the heat goes into the garage and heats the air, so you feel warmer. With my Mr. Buddy heater, the heat just goes right to the ceiling, and you have to stand right next to the heater. This thing puts the heat in the air, and it just makes you feel warmer right away. But it will usually bring the temperature up 25 to 30 degrees. Like if it's 30 degrees out, it'll bring the temperature up to 50, 55 in here with no insulation, and it's pretty amazing. I should have put this thing in the camper, but I never got around to it. I just ended up using it as a garage heater. And the way I get this thing to run on low, because I like to save fuel, because it'll go through, on high, it'll go through a gallon of diesel in about 5 hours on high. But the way you got to turn it down is you got to put the thermostat, if it's never going to warm up in here, if it's never going to get to that 8 degrees Celsius, then you got to put the thermostat next to the heat outtake here, and then it'll run on low, which I ran it on low for 9 hours, and it only took like half a gallon. But I'm going to let this thing go, kind of a test. I'm going to let this half a gallon run out, and we're going to see how much we raise the temperature in here. So it's only 4:31 for the time. And it looks like we're already getting warmer. Looks like it's 9 degrees. I'm going to move that thermostat so it runs on high. I want it to run on high for this test. Usually I have it running on low just to save fuel, and it still makes you feel warm. This thing will be in the camper soon enough. Once it warms up enough for me to go crawl under the trailer and stuff, like if you try to do anything outside, it is freaking freezing. You know, your face freezes up, you got ice all over you, which I had to work outside a couple times. I just got my trailer licensed, which I'm really, really happy about. It's going to be awesome. I had to make a tag for the new VIN number on it. It was a really, really exciting day. I might have recorded some of that. Alright, Polar Vortex, Frosty the Snowman, take 3. It's 5:07. So it's been about 30 minutes and we're almost to 20 degrees, but right when I walk in here it instantly feels warmer. It's just blowing away. Works really good. I haven't had any issues. That tape is when it runs out of fuel. But we started under, it'll last a while. I just went and bought some new fuel. Got a 5-gallon diesel can. I'm gonna always probably have extra with my setup when it's done. But I'm gonna go back up the camper, back how I had it so I can keep working on it. I'll be back with you. Oh, I just have a hell of a time with tires, I'll tell you. Oh. And it's freezing, and all I do is air up tires. Oh no. I think maybe my tire split or something. It's so freaking cold out. I'll be damned. Where's it? Unless it's coming out of the bead. Sounds like it's coming out right there. Oh no. Maybe it's just coming out of the bead. I don't know how I'm gonna fix that. It happened to the trailer tire the other day, and I ended up just backing up the trailer, and it aired up. It sounds like it's coming out right here though. Alright folks, so it's 5:51. The temperature on this clock reads 15 degrees. It used to read low because it was so cold. It's 0 degrees outside right now. And the garage is at 20 degrees. But, you know, all morning it was like -10, -8. Last night was like -20 something. So, the garage is still pretty... You know, everything's just cold in here. But when it's like 30 degrees in here, you know, it's pretty awesome. You know, it heats it up to like 50. But we haven't used much fuel. This thing's just chugging along. I ended up getting the tire to air up. I just had to jack the van up, and it allowed the bead to, you know, because it's so flat. So, yeah, just jacked it up. That was nice. Easy. But I don't know how much longer I'll let the heater run. I don't plan on being out here all night. Plan on going inside. So yeah, I just wanted to show you. We didn't raise the temperature much in here, but it is just that polar vortex, you know. Thanks for watching. It just keeps getting colder and colder. You see the ice in my mustache. Anyhow, the garage is holding at 20 degrees. It is freaking freezing out there. Your mustache freezes right away. We're out there. Like, I feel like I have frostbite from touching the metal on the trailer for too long. It just burns. It's like a freezer burn. But next week it's supposed to be like 38 degrees, so let's hope so. This diesel heater has kicked ass in the garage. Eventually it's going in the camper.